Alrighty.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are
Live.
live, to be honest with you. Uh, it's a Sunday. We're glad you're all here with us. So, I know for a lot of you, school is starting tomorrow. So, I found that out when I went to get my haircut today. I was like, oh my God, the place was crowded. However, today's topic is going to be a little bit different. And of course, we'll talk about other stuff, but we're just going to kind of start off with division in gaming. And what I mean by division in gaming is I've just been noticing, I don't know, over the last few months, it's kind of just been in the gaming, industry, just different channels and some of the comments and some of the messages. Um, Gamers are,
No.
what's wrong, Ashley? Ashley?
Oh, it's trying to bring up a VR thing while I'm trying to get it to Facebook.
Okay, sorry about that. I thought something was,
No, it's just being Facebook.
yeah, it's Facebook's fun. Telemachus says, I registered for the first grade the other day. They said I was too stupid.
Oh, wow.
Hey, not today, I don't think. I don't know really what they're teaching the kids, man. I've seen some of the stuff my grandkids come home with, and it's like,
It's
really?
so
Yeah,
messed up.
it's a little bit messed up. It'd be nice if they actually taught them some worthwhile things, but that's a whole different show, man. But I'm glad you're here, Telemachus. We were just going to chit chat a little. And of course, we'll go off on to other stuff.
Like
And,
always, as soon as Brian gets here, we'll talk about food.
No, we'll
Hey,
probably
Chris
talk
is
about
here too.
Well, hello, Nagawa. How are you, sir? Glad to see you here, sir. Sometimes, because of the time there, we kind of miss each other on stuff, I noticed. But I'm glad you're here, sir. Um, but division and gaming, I was just going to just touch on that for a couple moments there, and then let you guys see what you think. But I've been noticing, like in some chat groups I'm in, comments, just like there will just be constant, we try to keep our show like everyone else, free of
Drama?
yeah, drama. Like, and I say it respectfully, but just know to stay out of like religion and politics, just because this isn't this isn't 20 or 30 years ago where you can sit down and have a discussion with people and have your coffee or your drink, shake hands, and walk away. Man, today, it's just, so we try to we intentionally keep all that out. But I noticed that the division is starting to creep into the gaming world, um, you know, on some things, and I just kind of hate to see that happening because as a gamer myself, I'll tell you right now, I don't. It doesn't really matter. Your beliefs are your beliefs. You're completely entitled to them. We're not anybody's judge. I'm not. I'm no one's judge. And for me, the focus is on gaming. Hey, if you want to game with me, game with me. I mean, it's But I see that starting to interfere, you guys. I'm not saying with us, the normal group that hangs out here, or on how we all kind of follow each other, but I've just noticed that over the last few months, just creeping in, creeping in, creeping in, and it just kind of bothers me because I think it's done kind of on purpose to disrupt, because gamers generally get along with gamers. There just really isn't a lot of, I mean, we have gatekeepers, we all know that, but there's very few of them anymore, and it's just generally a pretty cool, happy-go-lucky kind of place to be at in gaming, and I just don't want to see that get ruined, I guess. So I just wanted to chit chat about that for a little bit. See if you guys have noticed it, maybe, or if you have any thoughts or opinions. And if you don't, that's okay too. I'm just kind of hating to see it happen. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of well, there's just a vision. There seems to be bits of hatred creeping in, and that's kind of an emotion that you know will fuel fire. Hey, Charles, how are you? Hope you had a good winning week, sir, if you got to the casino, and a good chunk of food like you normally do. Our casino will be done
Drive.
Yeah.
Telemachus, it's my gate, stay
Telemachus
away.
says, it's my gate, stay away. That's right.
Pretty
See,
much.
we can have fun. I was, you know what I mean? And that's just kind of how I approach things. I try to add humor to stuff, just like you guys do, and get through, because the world is really crappy. And unfortunately, all of us are kind of trapped in it. So just trying to do something fun is
hard.
It's hard to do anymore. And again, I'm not talking about any of you guys that are showing up here, or for the most part, but just some little groups I've been in here and there, and I just see the stuff coming in, and trying to disrupt it, because it's just been bothering me. So I told Ashley, I said, I think we'll just touch on that a little bit. Of course, we're gonna get off of that and go on to other things here in a few minutes.
Always it does.
Charles says no, he's crying. He didn't get a chance to go. We're just waiting for ours to be built next year.
Yep.
Well, next year's not even that far away. I mean, it's literally almost
3 months?
Yeah, the end of this year is heading up pretty quick, so it's not really.
We got probably about a year and a quarter.
No, it's supposed to be done next year.
End of next year.
No.
In December of sometime, as long as it doesn't flood.
Can't control the weather. If we could, we'd all be exceedingly wealthy and not worrying about how much the price of a box set costs, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Telemachus says some people, for whatever reason, are easily influenced. That isn't new. Some people just want drama for their entertainment. I 1000% agree with you, Telemachus, because it's always been that way. This is not that Greg's just now finding it out. It's just that it's invasive in everything, and gaming seemed to be kind of the last refuge where it hasn't really crept in and gotten its nasty little fingers into it. But now I noticed it is. People are hating on people for who they voted for, or what their belief is, or what their lifestyle is. I mean, and it's really kind of crazy to us, and to me it's just sad, right? That we're just here to game, right? And so, in the drama, I don't really care for drama. Like, it's not exciting for me to live with drama. I have enough stress and drama to do. Charles says he primed 130 figures yesterday. Ooh. You got sunburn doing it too, huh? Or did you just do it sunburned? Either way, sunburns are not fun. Telemachus says, I blame the internet. Let's get rid of it.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be able to, meet up every week, and you guys make our weekend or beginning of the week a lot better.
Telemachus has a really good sense of humor. I get that. Nagawa says, X-Shot Fury Pro pistol from Foam Dart Gun is the best, the bomb. All right. Well, a lot of the adults out this way, you'll see them chase each other with Nerf guns and stuff. It's kind of funny.
Adult sons still do that.
Yeah, you just got to have some fun in life. So, yeah.
It is funny watching all our boys, our nephews, and all that get back together and try to run around. And they're out of breath within like 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, they're not 10 and 12
no
years
more.
old anymore. Yeah, makes a big difference. I guess I'd run if I have to. But anymore, I feel like Indiana Jones in that scene where the guy's got the whip and he's just like, that's me. Well, I don't have time to mess with all that stuff. We'll just solve the problem right now. You can see our gaming table there. When we talked about trying to do World War I Wings of Glory, last week we never got to it, so we are trying to get to it. And there's the blimp that I ordered. It's actually quite cool.
It is
and big. It's big on the table. Nagawa says that gun is a super accurate and packs a punch. Yeah, the one video you did with, I was watching, I can't remember what the Nerf gun was that you had. I told Ashley, I'm like, I want that. Thing. Oh, Blaster, yeah, you can't call them that, yeah. Sinagawa, they got us all to self-censor ourselves. Isn't that sad? Tilvika says, when I come across anyone who thinks they're the master of the universe, I do what most do. I ignore them. They're not worth the effort, and I don't need their stress. And that's it. They're generally very unhappy people. And for whatever reason, and you guys all see it, it's just kind of ironic. There's people out there screaming one thing or another, and then they're the ones screaming it. But they're talking about treat everyone people else nicely, and they're the ones out there causing an issue. Just like you guys literally are kind of losing your cause doing it. But it's a I don't know, it's a messed up world. So I just don't want to see it interfere with gaming. It's interfered with every single other aspect of life. And it's so bad, especially in the country we're in, the United States. It's you literally have to walk down the street with duct tape on your mouth just you don't offend somebody because you burped or something. It's very, very childish and stupid. And just, Greg just trudges through. I'm like, all right, the idiots can be the idiots. And I just want to be, I got things to do. I got work. I got bills to pay. I got things to do. And Charles says you got 250 of them primed for the paint challenge. Well, you've got me beat, Charles. I got.
You got about 2 dozen, don't you?
I've gotten a little more, but I forgot to prime I got all the metal ones. I got 2 from.
Oh, that's right. So he has probably 30 or 35.
I go with about 35 at this point.
I got so far 1, 2, 3.
We'll talk about that in a minute too. Telemachus says, I don't empower them by responding. Correct, because it does empower it. So, if you give something energy, you feed it. If you don't engage, you're just going to starve it. It can't continue unless there's engagement. So if you don't engage with it, it just doesn't go away. But I mean, I've just been seeing some pretty snide comments, especially on the political end in gaming stuff, in forums and some of these things. And you're like, we're here to talk about games, right? And things that affect gaming, but they go overboard with it. And it's like, well, okay, I'm not going to respond because, that's not why I'm here. I'm here for to talk about the gaming show. So with that said, I guess, I just bugs me that it's creeping into that. And I just am starting to see it more and more. And then I do spend quite a bit of time too on TikTok because I like to see what's actually happening in the world. And people recording things with their cell phones is kind of interesting to me. You'll see things you don't see
anywhere
else because they're just not reporting it. But that's where you start to see those too. And then online and some of just the chats and forums. And it's like, I don't even know if it's gamers. Maybe it's just bots that people are putting out there. Keeping people agitated and worked up is like apparently seems to be a game. But anywho, I just kind of hate to see it happen. So hopefully it doesn't affect any of us. So, but me and Ashley, we're kind of too poor to have any influence or anything anywhere. So we're good with that. It's not like
works for us.
Yeah, it works for us to a degree. But Telemachus is completely correct. Responding, it just empowers them. Yeah, that could be correct too, Telemachus. Division is a age-old tactic. Remember when everybody got upset about tariffs? 90% of people didn't realize tariffs have been in place for thousands of years. I mean, you just aren't getting the whole truth when some of these statements come out, and nobody has the time to look. So, and even if people want to look, they just don't have the time. So there's a lot of inflammatory stuff that just goes out there. And I don't know. there's a group particularized in that I just don't really talk to too much because it's one person is you can't category somebody, you can't category everybody the same. In other words, if there's a group of people left or right and one person is not doing good, it doesn't mean all the people are bad. It just means that person is. Um, and Telemachus says, Sun Tzu. Well, talking about like not the art of war. So divide and conquer, yes. And so I just see it creeping into our gaming, and um, it's I don't know. It's just something we kind of really didn't want to see. Boy, man, my numbers have actually they went up and then they went steadily down talking about this. And the guy who says Napoleon liked to do that too. Yeah, because you don't want people happy in any sector, because then that's a safe haven. And I mean, and nobody, the world is just a crap place right now. If you're really paying attention, it's in a terrible, terrible situation. But you still have to try to be positive, go forward, and treat your fellow person, fellow man, fellow woman, treat them with respect and dignity. And I mean, if they don't treat you that way back, that's so fine, whatever. You're doing the right thing, and doing the right thing is super hard to do today.
Yeah, that it is.
So, yes, Telemachus, corporate entities are very guilty of that. He says, "Yep. It's Anyways, it was more or less. I just wanted to touch on that, and I'm glad none of our groups are. All of you guys, everyone here is just good people. So that we're very happy with. I don't know. Like I said, positive wise, I noticed that it's been a long time, 7, 8 years, 10 years in the video game world, anyways. The last time I seen any kind of good with the Battlefield 6, and I know most of you guys listening maybe don't do video games, but I really seen that pulling the old school gamers back in. People like me who,
they're trying.
When people talk about tablets, I'm like, yeah, I used to have one. It was stone and chisel, like Barney. And
you're not that old. Stop that.
200 something years old. But going back into gaming, it's just nice to see a revival of, oh wow, people are going to talk to each other. They're going to work together. Yeah. Robespierre of the French Revolution thought it was a good tactic. Yep, until he lost his head over that. Well, it's just, have you guys seen it? Because I have. That's why I was talking about it. It's just, I'm like, really? It's encroached in every aspect. All of us here on YouTube or any platform have to self-censor yourself to begin with. And even if you say something that's not wrong, if they think you did, or
it censors it for you.
They don't like wherever you stand on your personal beliefs, they can censor you too. It's very, very invasive. And now the gaming is being picked apart. Then they combined the stone tablets with tin cans and a string. They called it the internet. That's funny, Telemachus. Yep. In some areas, you might think your internet's running on a string between 2 tin cans. It's possible. I'll be honest with you guys. You got a better connection internet-wise if you deal with the mess of the cables than the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, one signal to another, there's always something that can interrupt that. It's not a solid connection. No. I would prefer...
Both our laptops are hardwired. Well, our desktop, which is what we're on now, and my laptop are all hardwired in.
Yeah.
It just runs so much smoother.
It runs faster, smoother. So internet-wise, what the heck? Just find the best that you can in your area. I like to shut mine off at night when I'm not using it because I'm one of those weirdos that just doesn't want to be bombarded with all that while I'm sleeping when I don't need to be. But it's I don't know. So we can move on to something else, I guess. Greg's a little irritated to see that, every aspect of life is simply corrupted, and now whoever is behind it now, it's purposefully igniting people to do that. And disrupting gaming would be a big thing, because really people get along for the most part. I mean, I really have not run across almost no harsh people or bad. Telemachus says my new homeowner is 5G. Hard to get away from it. It's going maybe more that way in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we've talked about that Wi-Fi or the Internet of Things and all that. It's, if you're sitting in your house complaining you got 4 bars of signal out of 5, people got to remember it's going through the walls, man. It's going through your body too. And there's tons of scientific stuff stacked on how terrible it is. It's not good for you to be around it. It's just not. So,
well, I mean, we can pick up our internet from our house all the way up to basically Greg's work, which is still in the same complex. But
yeah, but it's several blocks away.
Yeah, it's 3 blocks away.
And it's sitting in the house.
And it's going through other homes, and it's a weak connection.
And
but
you're picking up everybody, when it gives you the option to pick the internet.
Yep.
That's too much. And, then people wonder why they're sick, tired, and all these things have exploded. Running right through your cells. So ours just shut it off at night when we can remember. Sometimes we don't, but just shut it off. Not using it anyways, so.
It depends if we're back here before we go to bed.
Yeah, it depends if we remember it. But anywho, we'll go ahead and
change the subject.
Change the subject before I lose any more people. It's amazing. A lot of people don't want to hear it, but that's okay. I'm not here to impress anybody anyways, to be honest with you. I'm kind of beyond that. So people, I figure they like you for who you are. I like you guys for who you are. That's it. So.
You want to switch over to Brian's paint challenge in a week?
Yeah.
Or a week as of tomorrow?
Well, Mini Warmuts paint challenge is coming up September 1st. And I know all you guys know about it anyways. And I know Charles, because he's already made a couple comments. He's got
250 plus freaking models.
He's got so many models painted that the rest of us kind of look like, well.
I got like 13.
I have never gotten any prizes out of it like Mini Warmut gets out. Probably never will. Don't really care if I do or not. I just like the fun of it. And I certainly, if it goes off points or anything, I'm never going to.
Well, it did get us to get all the Battletech guys painted.
Yeah, it was fun motivation. And Ashley's working on a rather large diorama that you will see shortly. It's going to be massive. And I mean massive, I mean big, because you can only print sections at a time.
Yeah, there's no way to print.
So when it gets ready, she's going to show you the sections.
And it's still printing. I got like 6 more.
Yeah. So that she'll have ready to go. I would just enter that, because
I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't even know if I'll be able to get all of it.
It's insane, the detail. I mean, and what's going to go into it. It's a full-on battle taking place. So
it's like 5 or 6 different battles taking place.
Yeah. So she'll put that. I would just put that up. Me, I'm going to have 30 to 35 pieces. May not even be able to complete that. A lot depends. I'm trying to be more focused on getting some gaming in, so the painting will help, and I keep me motivated and going on that. So,
well, babe, if anything, you can always get the 3-year-old to come help you.
Yeah,
let her enter.
Painting is fun, so it's a relaxing kind of thing if you can. Gives me something to do anyways with my little bit of time in the evening. I don't necessarily always have a lot. Nagawa says, I would love to 3D print bobbleheads of famous generals from World War One. That would be kind of cool.
That
Nagawa,
would be kind of
hard.
I mean,
well, the bobblehead prints, I don't know. Well,
because the bobblehead part's usually the heavier piece.
Yeah. It's possible with a good picture, Telemachus says.
I mean, yeah.
That's something, I don't know about printing a bobblehead because it would be funny though.
It'd be cool. That's a great concept, but that's just that the heads are always a lot bigger and a lot heavier. Then you got to find the right kind of spring to put into it, and I think it'd be more of a pain than anything else.
A bus would be cool. That would require just your STL file. I mean, you could do that, I'm sure. Do you have a 3D printer, Nagawa? I don't remember if you.
I don't think he does.
You've got an awesome camera though.
Yeah, he's got an awesome camera.
That camera is really nice. You got. It is one of those cameras we wouldn't mind having at one point because our table would benefit from it. I used to have my pole camera that everybody sees me use once in a while here over the table. But the camera I had, like I said, is no more. So I haven't found one that would be like it. So like I said, it's just modifying an existing bobblehead with the new head. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, we're not experts enough to know whether or not you can do that. But if you could do it, I think that'd be kind of cool, Nagawa. He says, or little portraits. He does have a little wee one, a little printer. You could do mini bus, right? And then, if nothing else, Nagawa, you really love that time frame. So, what's the worst case scenario? You print some out, paint them, and then you got a little collection you could put on your shelf for you. So I think that'd be kind of cool. Ashley's looking up bobbleheads now on printing files. So she'll find something.
I will.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Like, who does he want me to try to find the one absolute major one?
Which general would you like to see? She pulled up a whole list of World War I generals. She could see if she could do something.
I can see if I can't find one of them.
She'll see if she can figure something out. No, Telemachus says just make a 3D STL from an image. There are videos that show you how to change the heads.
He has an old flash forge.
You have a flash forge, Nagawa says.
So he has a filament printer.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it does pretty well, right? Your flash forge, because Nagawa says to find McKinson and Falkenhen. So MACK.
That's my pencil.
She's going to write it down and see if she can find them.
Yep.
She's gotten good at finding oddball stuff. Yeah, filament printers. I mean, we have one too. The resin printer just does the detail smoother. You don't have the print lines. Our printer. Our filament printer. To me, the quality is great for dice towers.
I'd say if it's a terrain buildings, thing, yes.
For anything that's going to have a little bit of size to it. But if it has to do too much of a tiny something, no. And if you're printing troops, then, Nagawa says put von in front of them, like von Hindenburg.
Yep, German.
Yeah. German field marshal, actually.
That's the McKinley or one.
Yeah. Yep. Well, see, Nagawa back here is the World War One Wings of Glory setup with the balloon from the era for the observers, the air observers that they had. And of course, you had your planes that were balloon busters. They had setups for that. But we're getting ready to do that fight here. Of course, the attacking planes have to get past
That's just a soldier.
the AA guns on the ground and MGs too coming in low. It depends on how high the observation balloon is as to how high them attacking planes are following and whether or not they can get past it, because there'll be 2 patrolling planes circling it. Hello, Ice Wolf. Ice Wolf says hello all. And Ice Wolf says to search on Yegi. There's some bust, World War One bust there on Yegi.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll look for that Ice Wolf. Right now, she's just digging up some of the field marshals, generals, and some of the more famous commanders there. And see. Yep. So that will give you let me see something here.
Don't think. I think those are actual pictures.
She's finding the pictures there. She said, well, just realized our little ticker was wrong, so I'm changing that.
Oh, it was so
they just had the title wrong.
Yegi, you said?
Yeah, from Yegi.
Okay. Gotta verify I'm a human.
Gotta verify you're a human. Pretty soon you'll have to have another ID to verify you're human too. Telemachus has a good point, Ashley. Yegi is an STL website.
I found it.
Aggregator, but they also lead you to sites you don't want to go to, so you got to be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. The internet. It's an interesting little deal. So much of it could be used good, and yet so much of it's used for bad stuff. Keegan, hello, Keegan. Keegan says we should print figures as big as we can and have a 200-point game of Warhammer. You mean like almost like a, well, that's why they make Titans, Keegan. If you want big giant battles, although I can't afford the Titans, so.
Well, I mean, Keegan, go against my aliens.
Well, I'll be dang, man. Nagawa says one of the viewers yesterday, Haro Bosma, I'm sorry, he let them know that Anne Frank's dad, Otto, fought in World War I and won the Iron Cross. That's a cool piece of history.
Nice.
Because everybody's heard of Anne Frank's diary. Keegan says Titan-sized infantry units. Oof, that'd just be expensive to print. I mean, it would consume a lot of resin.
Oh, Colts might have one?
You're looking at more like 50 millimeter size if you want to do something that's taller than what we got. Ice Wolf says he has searched his collection, but he does not have any World War I busts. It's a good thing you're covering World War I, Nagawa, because a lot of that history is just getting buried. You know what I mean? So people like you kind of keep it alive and going. We got World War I games. We've done more of and some stuff and trying to keep in it, but it's an interesting time. At that size, Keegan says you'd have to filament print. Yeah. Hey, Mythos. Wolf Brother Hobbies is here. He says, "Hey there, beautiful people. Um, maybe I'm a little more prettier today. Mythos, look, I got a haircut." So, my granddaughter says it looks good.
She also said you had a big puppy on the floor.
Yeah, because they cut the hair off, so she said it looked like a puppy on the floor, like that you could make another dog out of all the hair.
You could. You had so much.
It was getting moppy, yeah. Greg's more of a shorter haircut kind of person. I don't like it letting it get too much. From being in the construction, hard work most of my life, it's just always been short hair. Huh? Mita says it looks sharp. Thank you, sir. And Nagawa says he is extremely Ashley. He's extremely fortunate that so many people provided material for the 100th anniversary. Well, it's a time that should be remembered. And as you start researching all these wars, all of it, you'll find everyone's, finds it. The little teeny tiny bit they teach you in school, a lot of times, a lot of it's wrong. And then you look back and historically, like, I was taught this, but that's not what this says. And it becomes more interesting. If I had time like I used to sit and read, what do you call those things? Weren't they made of paper?
Books?
I think they were called a book. Yeah. Then, it would be something that I would do. I used to do a lot of reading when I had the chance. It just seems like, I don't know, anymore there's no time left. So, yeah. And I got, what were all those free books I showed one time I got?
They're books?
No, but they were all like Time magazine covers.
I think that's what they are. Hold on.
No, you don't got to get them. I just think it was. Yeah. I got to get around to reading them. Time capsule for
Time Life books.
Yeah, 1925. So
there's a whole bunch of them.
Then I ask you, can you identify these people? And it gives you just wants to know if you know who they are from. And so it's I've got a bunch of these, pretty thick, that were given to me at one of the local places we were at. They just had all these books. I said, "What are you doing with them?" "Oh, well, nobody wants them. We're giving them away." I'm like, "I'll take them." I took them all. Maybe I'll be able to read them. And this covers the 1925. So the book itself was printed by Time back in 1968. So, and I got a stack of different ones, covers different time periods and whatnot. So this one has Babe Ruth on there.
Oh, there's one that has Hitler.
Yeah, there's all sorts of it. So books are a good thing. And saving the past is a good thing. I mean, not only does it make for good games, it just makes for people who should remember, right?
Okay.
Ice will so woo, Mythos. Yep, we're glad you're here, Mythos. Ashley's doing her normal.
I'm trying to find it.
Searching the internet for some things.
I don't have my secondary freaking monitor now.
Wow. Oh, that's nice of Mythos saying, "Hey, hope that they all had a good weekend." So far, so good. Went to I don't know. I can't say it's a farmer's market. I can't remember what the name of it was. But Josh,
farmer's market at night?
No, it was after dark or something.
Something like that, yeah.
It's called downtown for Cedar Rapids area where they close off the downtown, and they have all these vendors and live bands, and you could get anything from homemade honey to different kinds of wines and booze to all sorts of food trucks, and just knickknacks, and it was kind of cool to see. Was there was a couple older ladies there, and I don't know what the spaces cost, but it was all homemade pies. And when did we get there? About 8.
I got there about 8:15.
So about 8:30, and they had a sign up. They had sold out, and I thought that was pretty cool. That these two people working out of their homes, and I don't know what it costs, like I said, for the space, but they put their stuff out there, and they sold out. And I thought that was very cool. I wouldn't mind next year, because I only do it once a year for 2 days. I'll have to see what it costs, because I wouldn't mind putting a booth up just to get a bunch of, I don't know, cards and just kind of promote us. I think it would just be kind of fun, and have a table off to the side with maybe Zombicide or something that's simple we could get people into board gaming with. Just something. It'd be kind of nice to. I've done that before at other places, and it's worked out pretty nice. Mitha says, I am sitting on a plane right now, literally landed in Houston, and is waiting to get off the plane, but I want to tune in. Thank you, Mythos. I am glad. I'm glad you had a safe flight. You're back home now, if you landed in Houston. Mythos says, I realize you said homemade honey, but at first I thought you said you can get some homemade honey.
No. What did I walk into? What are you telling them?
Nothing. I said at the place we got it, they had homemade honey. Or, well, bees make it, but this is fresh honey, not fake. Oh my God, she's just. Never mind, people. I'm not going to win this one. Thanks, Mythos. But yeah, they had, obviously it was, and then you could buy. They close it off, so people are buying beer and walking around. It's just kind of interesting. And of course, no fighting, no nothing. It's crowded. Everybody's just getting along. People are being nice and gracious to each other. It was
I
really.
Can't find any of them. Any bust of them, any STLs at all for them.
So it was a very nice experience. And Mythos from Wolf Brother Hobby says that would be an interesting experiment to see how many people in farmers markets are interested in tabletop gaming. It's actually. It was called, I think it's Cedar Rapids or something after dark. I don't know. I can't remember. They do it every single year downtown, and they close off
5 blocks, 6 blocks.
I don't know. They're closing off. No, that's wide. Because it goes from 8th Street up to 1st. So you're looking at 7 streets
to 1st.
And 6 avenues wide.
Oh, you got probably a good.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's a 7 by 6 blocks.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big. And there's a lot of food. There was like sports memorabilia.
Oh, it smells so good downtown.
There's like arts and crafts. A couple of the vendors there had produce.
Yep, some dude. Candles and soaps.
Yep.
A couple flower ones.
The homemade stuff, anymore people are tired of commercial and crap in their products. And so the homemade stuff just always is getting hammered and getting used. But there were no gaming things there. However, I think it would be interesting because it would be completely different. But it's not like anything that's there at all. And it would be, I don't know, might be interesting because you guys know years ago me and Clint gamed in the park. That was such a nice experience, sitting there and having people come up.
Why don't we look into this? See what it would cost us to set up a table down there.
I think it's probably $500 for.
I don't know how we would do it.
Easy up.
No, an easy up. Those are $50.
Tables and take cards, some of our merchandise, and set a table up doing a game so we can show people because there's kids there. I mean, the whole thing, Mythos, sounds like fun. It was a very. I don't know, just like your neighborly atmosphere. And there's thousands of people there, man. It's not like it was a handful of people. There were thousands and thousands of people. So but nobody was out of hand. Everybody was polite and respectful. If they bumped into you,
yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry about that. And so it was very nice to kind of do that. But anyways, yes, it was a lot of fun. It was. I realized next time I got to take money because we just walked through there for a couple hours because we hadn't.
Well, it was a last minute decision, and we got told the day of.
We forgot about that it was coming out, and Josh reminded us, so that we went.
Yeah.
And the guy says locally produced markets, wicked. Yes.
We saw one every Sunday, which we missed today.
In our town here, they do every Sunday through October. I think June through October.
I think so.
It's all
end
produce
of May or something like that.
Now you could get things like, steaks, meats of different kinds. Of course, there's always someone there grilling something. And hey, Jeff, Hex to Hex.
Jeffy
says you bump into me or we're throwing down. Yeah. It'd be an unending throwdown there, man. It was pretty crazy. But I think that's crazy enough for me to go stick up a stand and just see what happens. But it's really, it would be the
there's
oddball
probably
stand out.
A couple thousand people there.
Yeah, I think they end up with 12,000 people there in a night. It's a lot of people. It's free to get into, so there's no cost. So I'm just thinking it might be good there.
We'll have to look in and see how much it would cost us to get an area.
Well, it would just be fun to set up a game like we did before at other places, like when we did one at our game con that we did, and that was virtual during COVID, but that was they had 2 rooms, set up video wise.
They had created another one.
They created another one for us just to play Aliens, another glorious day in the core, and it was packed. Not only did we have the owner of the hotels there, I guess, and the sponsor owners, the rooms just filled for it. We were the only people that filled these 3 rooms because it was a game. Everybody else had different things. We had something completely different. And so I thought it was fun, and we've been wanting to do a venue. And I think there's a lot of kids and parents, and whatnot. So
we would need to figure out a game that the kids can come up and play with, and because just if it drops, it's not going to shatter or something.
As soon as someone says, I don't know much about gaming, I'll say, well, by default, you're playing the game of life, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh, come on, Ashley. And Nagawa says, I'm more eager to give my money away to those vendors for sure. Yeah. Me too. And besides, it's just better stuff. But anyways, there was a lot of food, and there was so much food out there. I can't even begin to describe the amount of food stuff that was there being cooked. So it was fun. Fun walkthrough, but more or less, I think gaming wise, I could do something with that and try to find out what's going on next year. What's it going to hurt? Nothing. That shouldn't hurt anything. Just going to go and see. Hello, Jeff. I wanted to show you. See this table? Wings of Glory. See the blimp? I got one of the observation blimps. So we got postponed trying to do it last time, but now we're going to do it. So we're going to have three planes trying to take out the blimp. The observation balloon, however, observation balloon is protected by 2 circling fighters and AA on the ground and MG fire too. So it's going to be tough because they're going to have to fly past that stuff to get to close enough to the observation balloon to inflict damage.
Yeah, it's going to be.
It's got its own set things you can do. So it's all Wings of Glory rules. But we're just going to do a play of that. We're not going to do a battle report. We're just going to film. We're just going to play it like we did the last time and film it. Brick Wars, Warhammer with Legos, Nagawa says. Yeah, that would be interesting, huh? Mythos says you should do You should vlog a little bit off of it to share with us. Yeah, if we go do that, and I don't see why we couldn't, because I have the weekends off work anyways.
Well, that's something we can plan. I can kind of make sure I have that day off. I can switch days or something.
So they had portable comms towers, I noticed, down there. So I think they were boosting the signal.
Probably with that many people down there.
That's what those were. And those coolers are a big giveaway with the cutout with the fan in it and the cables going through, so they're keeping their equipment cool, and it's portable.
All those stations had to have Wi-Fi for their credit card machines.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what it was.
What I'm getting at is I think there'd be plenty of signal down there. Might have to wear a lead coat or something,
right?
So we don't get radiated. But I think there should be enough signal to like do a live stream from it. Hey Charles, thanks for coming by. If you gotta go, you gotta go, sir.
Bye.
The guy always says to Charles, have a food one. I think he meant good one. But Charles likes food, so either way, get some food, Charles.
I'm waiting for Mutt. Mutt will be here probably within the next 5 minutes. If he's not there eating something in the background.
So Nagawa says mobile frame 0, very kid friendly. Really? I'll have to look at that. There's not a lot of kid friendly stuff anymore. I mean, some of the kid-friendly stuff has been altered to where if I had young kids, I'd be like, no, not anymore. Hopefully Charles has a good night there. So, yeah, hopefully
it's like Battletech with Legos.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Cool.
That's kind of what it is.
That's kind of cool looking. Yeah, see, so I mean, there's so many games. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nagawa here. One of these days, maybe we can get together on that 1914 game. We keep missing each other on that one, but if not, then I'll go ahead and just throw it out, and with a disclaimer that hey, the rules say you can place them where they want. So this is may or may not be historically accurate. So that I don't get reamed too bad on the historical end, because I have a lot of respect for historical gamers, but sometimes the games are not, dead on what you've read. And damage, Nagawa says, is represented by removing pieces. Well, that would make sense.
That's kind of cool.
That's cool. So if the mech took damage, it's going to lose a piece. Huh. You should look into that. Is it a set you can? Because that would just be fun. Mobile frame 0, huh? Most definitely. Because my granddaughter likes the tabletop stuff. She likes to, she obviously doesn't know the rules and stuff, but she's got down cover and stuff. And so we'll say.
Yeah, I won't let her pick freaking numbers again, because I got screwed on that one.
Ashley let her draw.
So the last Alpha Strike we did, because we ran out of scenarios for the 2. So I'm like, okay, well, we have this many. So I put, numbers, folded a piece of paper up, put them in, I think it was a bucket I had, and let her pick. Divided them equally. I got royally screwed. I had one heavy. The rest were all lights.
But I told her, I said, close your eyes and concentrate and say, I'm picking one for Papa that will work. And she did. And so Ashley just got left.
I got screwed on that end.
So Nagawa says they have multiple files to help set up for 1914 on BGG. Might help you get going. I will probably do that, because the point is I want to play it. And I just got a little nervous about it, but I think I'll just get over that. And on BGG, see, we got an account there too, right, where we reviewed Trench Life. In case I know Nagawa knows, but a lot of you guys maybe don't know we're there. And one person kind of critiqued us. However, it was on not moving forward to the wire. However, the actual print in the book shows that you do move to the wire. So I think sometimes it just is
the way
it's presented. That should have been presented clear. Trench Knife is a cool little game that I absolutely thought was
cool,
fantastically
for being
done.
a little one solo player. I liked it.
For a 10, it's in a 10, so it's nostalgic.
Literally, you throw it in your pocket.
Yeah. So I'll check those. But yeah, we got our own little thing there on BGG2 we've had for a little while. So you guys can check us out there if you want. If you look up Trench Knife, you'll find us, or Gamers of Coffee. But so we got corrected there. But like I said, in the actual pictures in the game, we were going off what it showed. So the next time that's played, I simply won't go forward to the wire. Just keep the guys in the trenches as forward as they can go. And in that way, but that's what I was wondering about with 1914. It was always just, I want to do it, but I just don't want to get criticized up one side and down the other because of blah, 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 when the rules for the game tell you to do it this way. But that's not necessarily going to be historical. I mean, it's a historical time frame with the armies, but the game can change. Whatever is written in history books is in history books, but if you're going to game it, obviously it can change because it's a game. So maybe it won't go the same way that it did before. So I guess I'll just have to get past it, and I'll have to just throw it out there. Hey, Brian. Mini Wormut says, hi, I'm listening while driving.
See, I told you, he's in a freaking drive-thru.
No, he didn't say he was in a drive-thru. He said he's driving. You're going to start on him already? He hasn't had a chance to start on you yet.
I'm getting my hits in first.
Oh, this time you're on the attack. Well,
I got to do something.
We brought up your painting competition starting September 1st, sir. Mini Wormut. Charles, who's left the room, has 250 ready to go. That's just amazing. I'm glad he can do that. Greg's up his to about 35-ish. Double count, but it's between 30 and 35 now instead of 2 dozen. And Ashley's going to do a very large multi-sectional diorama. It's going to blow you guys away when you see it. Or, well, she's maybe going to show you. I don't know if they'll. How good that will do. Want me to try that? Here, you guys want to see it?
I ain't going to show them detailed parts of it. This is just even some. I'm still printing. I know I got 2, 3, 4 more pieces or prints I still got to do. And 2 of them are 9 hours a piece.
Nagawa says someone was doing a game for Mobile Zero at a convention, so he's letting Mythos know. Wolf Brother Hobbies, it was a ton of fun, and the kids gravitate towards. That's cool. Seeing the kids get involved is nice, so they can use their imagination.
See, that's where, if we're going to do something like that, that's where we get a bunch of our pins for the kids.
Yeah. And Mythos says people with that kind of criticism can really suck all the fun out of a game, historical or other. Yeah, that's the problem. Mythos is like I'm going to tell you right now. If I game, I'm more than likely going to make a mistake. I'm not just in one genre. I'm not just one thing. Hold on, just a minute.
You can keep talking.
So obviously I'm not. A lot of people are just one type, and they're very good at it, and they're accurate. I'm not as accurate because it's more than one. You turn the other camera on in a second. Let me finish so for a second. You get caught up. So I just didn't want to put something out and have them go, that's not what happened in 1914 and da-da-da. Because the game, the rules say to set it up how you want. I just kind of wanted to get it as close to where the forces were around the surrounding terrains on some of the historical battles is all. And Nagawa says,
People forget that their
that Mini Warma was not gaming and driving and getting stopped for a GUI, gaming under, driving under gaming influence. And Mitha says, I'll have to check that out, Nagawa. Nagawa replies, I think people forget it as a game. Yes, sir. They forget it's a game. And I'm all for if you have the complete knowledge to do that, that's great. But especially with us, we'll put a lot of times, we're not professional. We're not,
We even say it. We are not professionals.
We have been saying that forever. So, but a couple of times, man, I've gotten slammed pretty hard here and there and the comment was very rude and critical. So I, to the point where it should have just been sent an email, don't post it on YouTube. If someone wants to criticize me, send it to me in an email, gamerswithcoffee@gmail.com, and do it there. Because otherwise, I'm like on YouTube, it's not cool. I just removed the one. Now, thankfully, in all these years, or maybe not even a handful of times, if I had to remove a comment, generally I just leave stuff be. Yeah. The guy says not your PhD thesis or anything. But that's how they do. I'm telling you, Nagawa, I've seen it and had it happen to me. And they'll tear you apart on something, and you're like, that's not even what the game says. It's not, maybe that's their interpretation, which is hence designing a game. It's got to be hard to do because you're not going to please everybody. Wolf Brother Hobby says, you guys are better than me. Greg, I just focus on Warhammer and Yu-Gi-Oh! And still manage to make mistakes all the time. Well, two things, Wolf Brother, Mythos. One, you're a human being, just like us. We're all going to make mistakes. And two, I'm not better than you. You have a ton of knowledge on Warhammer that I can never compete with.
That's why we asked him.
I am. That's why I get advice.
See, I knew he's getting food. He's trying to get fucking food.
Mini Warmut says, I'm completing a Whataburger quest.
That sounds good. Whataburger? That sounds actually good.
Yeah. But you have a whole lot of knowledge. I have enough knowledge to make me dangerous on multiple games, but not enough to be.
No, we're not experts on any of them.
Nagawa says, I'm eating green beans raw and they're so sweet. So Nagawa in our garden.
We have green beans in our garden.
The kids will just come over and snap them off and eat them right off the plants. Yep. Yeah. I don't spray none of my vegetables, so there's never no, pesticides or crap on them.
The 3-year-old goes, dirty. I'm like, it's just a little dirt. Eat it. It ain't going to hurt you.
They wipe it off and eat it. But our green beans are like bushel beans, so we stake them up and they are very long green beans, yeah.
They are good. Well,
be careful, Mini Warma. He says he can only respond between traffic. Like, just drive.
Don't get yourself in an accident.
Don't worry about it.
We appreciate you showing up.
Yeah, Ashley's just being Ashley, getting at you before you can get at her.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
What?
The other camera.
Oh, you want me to show it? Okay, so here, she wants to show you that.
It's already over there. You just have to turn it on.
Yep, there we go. Hold on a second. Let me make this bigger. You got it right there. So these are pieces to the diorama, and it's not done printing yet. Why don't you hold up like a piece? It's all going to fit together. So here's one piece. Slow. So that's the Human Defense Force. But it looks like there's markings where I think that's where the Titan goes, right? Ooh, be careful with that. That they can't see anyways. Turn it back. Gosh. No, that way. Watch the screen here. There you go. So he's going to stand there fighting with them.
Well, he's got a flamethrower.
That's going to go on.
And then it's still got to be printed. Rockets that come out of here.
So it's going to be a full-on battle scene, but these are just two pieces, and then there's the rest. You could show off, like, what's that one there?
They're against the alien hive.
You need to slide it over more, Ash, because Yeah. That's another part to the diorama. So, Mini Wormut, when you look at this little section here later, it'll be, that's what Ashley's going to enter. She's got a lot to do. That's where two dogs got an alien on either side.
That's just another piece of the brick.
That's another part with sandbags and
rockets.
You got to hold it better. There you go. Right there's a good stop for a second. Hold it. So you can see there's a bunch of stuff there. It's going to be painted and whatnot. Wolf Brother says Whataburger does sound good. I might grab some on the way home. I didn't realize they had them in Arizona and Iowa. I remember they were hard to find outside of Texas. Yeah, at the Hy-Vee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but the grocery store. Mythos is preparing for Titanfall. Icewolf says that is for sure worth 10 points, but no more. LOL. So that's only part of it. There's multiple more pieces that have to be printed and are printing now. It's going to be a very large...
It's going to be a massive...
diorama. So, see, there's somewhere. So you got to turn it just a little bit there. So the soldier's fighting the alien that's jumping at him. So it's very detailed, man. It's a detailed... Yeah, it all is going to go together on the train. The train's printing in it, so everything just fits together. Here, hold your camera up and kind of look at the... Oh. So
that's some of the pieces.
That's some of the pieces being printed for it, but not all of it. There's still...
I think there's still 8 or 9 more pieces.
Yep, and then it all interlocks, and it'll just be one big battle scene.
Yeah, so some of them will interlock where it's already got up here now. That's where it'll basically be glued in. And then others will slide into the base.
Preset on the base, yep.
So
it's going to be a complicated little diorama. So.
I don't know why I find these weird diorama things.
But it's for exactly what we're using.
Well, my other one broke. So mad. We had a strong winds and it happened to knock our house just right and it slipped off my shelf above Greg's desk and just shattered.
Yeah, unfortunately that tends to happen.
All right, you can shut this one back
So
off.
there you go, Ice Wolf. What do you think? It's pretty, it'll be big when it's done. So that's kind of a sneak peek. The rest of it's printing. So it should be...
What's printing right now is the big flying alien.
Yeah.
And that's a 7-hour print. I started that at 3:20, 3:15.
Telemachus says, nice toys. And Ice Wolf said it's going to be a real great piece. It is. It's going to be...
Well, yeah, because I'm painting it.
Oh, gee. You and Mini Wormut. That's funny. Yeah, it should be a nice big piece to... I don't know what to do with it, but make it like a display, but I just enter that. I wouldn't try to do...
No, I'm not going to do anything else. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get all that, guys, done in a month.
Well, you'll have it printed by...
I should have it all printed by the 1st.
Yeah, we just got some more resin, so she should be able to get it printed out.
Well, I have
ready
18.
To go.
This was a 7-hour print. The 2 are 18. And then another one that's 4. So I still have a good, 30 hours?
Well, you have 2 18-hour prints?
No, 2 9. One's 9 hours and 10 minutes. The other one's like 9 hours and 4 minutes or something.
So there's 20 hours for 2 prints there.
Basically, that's 7. The other one's 3 or 4.
About 30 hours
more. 35 hours, I think, on all the prints. And then I got to go through all of them again and make sure I have them all.
Well, you have 30 more hours of printing remaining on top of whatever you've already printed.
Well, let's see. That one was a 9-hour print. That was a 7-hour print. That was a 3-hour print. That one was on the same 3 hours.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of...
that tie-in thing or walk or whatever it is alone was 5 hours, 4.5, almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Oh, let's see here.
Wait.
Mini Warmut said
Brian wants to do a 40K.
So, but Dark Vengeance. Well, them sealed sets. I mean, I think Dark Vengeance was a ways back there.
But with how much he harasses you about your Smurfs.
Don't call them Smurfs.
Okay, blueberries.
They're Ultramarines.
They're blueberries. He wants to get into 40K.
Well, we'll help you sink into that if you want there, Mini Warmut. That come out. Actually, yes, please. So, I mean, but when did that come out? I'm gonna have to look that up.
I think that one was right after the one you got me into.
No, that was back a ways. Mythos would know. Let me see. Let me see something. That was released in 2012. I didn't think it was that far back, but yeah. Holy crap. Well, now they have sealed box sets still. Well, I did this. Search. What the heck is that? That can't be the full box set that I found. Oh, it's incomplete. Yeah, you don't want the incomplete ones. Mini Warmut, but looks like they'll run you right about $300 to $500 a box set for an original box set still sealed. Icewolf says, now I'm scared to sign up to Warmut's contest. Why? Why are you scared, Icewolf? It's okay. I'm going into it knowing I'm just going into it for fun. It'll help motivate me to find time to get the couple dozen pieces I have. Oh, Telemachus is on the ball. He says it was re-released in 2014 and made available as a made-to-order in 2019. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I remember hearing that. I'm like, wait a minute, that was several years back. I didn't realize it was 13 years ago. But that just tells you time goes fast. The Wolf Brothers Hobby Mythos says yes. Dark Vengeance was 7th edition, he believes, before there were Primaris. You would be the expert on that. I just looked up and didn't realize. I mean, I remember hearing about it. So when you said Dark Vengeance, I'm like, oh, okay, but like 7-8 years ago, but actually it's like 13 years ago. Oh, you already have it, Mini Warmut? If you've had that, and Mythos just said he was about to say you've had it for a long time. Well, if you already have it, then what's it doing? Break it out. Or, I mean, if you're not going to play it, you're going to get some good money for a sealed set. Jeez. You also have Black Reach. Well, I mean, honestly, Mini Warmut, Warhammer is, I don't know. It's its own thing. And that's why Mythos knows and understands I cannot sub my Space Marines into one-page rules. Because in my mind, I cannot proxy them in. They just would be doing more damage than what I had. So, and you guys know it's a good excuse for me I printed out the other army. But Warhammer's it's kind of its own thing. It's pretty interesting to play. Like boarding action is part of it. Kill team and all that we have up there. So I like those versions too because they're you're given an objective or mission orientated, you know what I mean? And you're given set rounds. So you're either going to do it in 4 or 5 rounds, something to that effect. It's not going to take you forever to play it. And you have to get into it. There's no hanging back, trying to do it. You're going to get into it or you're going to lose. Maybe Wormwood says he also, yeah, Black Reach, weirdo. Well, there you go. Ashley says he doesn't want to get sucked in. Yeah, Warhammer's its own little. I mean, it's unique, and I'm not saying it's the greatest game ever to come out. It's just unique. It's different. Like we're playing Wings of Glory on the table here. It's hey, that's a heck of a fun game too. And Mythos says Black Reach is such a great set. Tonika says it's Edition Wars. Oh, thank you, Nagawa. Nagawa says he's wandering around the house listening to the show. Hopefully you don't trip and fall or walk into a wall or something. But if you do, you can always just blame it on us. Just, we're distracting you. And go with that, Nagawa. You're good. Sometimes I wander around the house and talk to myself. Occasionally. But So if you want to do that there, Brian, then get with Mythos or us and somebody will help you. Mythos has way more knowledge of Warhammer stuff. And Mythos, are they update? It looks like they're already updating. Keegan was complaining yesterday. He tried to get his stats for his Voton, and because he pays for the the Warhammer app, which he buys for yearly, because it's cheaper. But I guess his stuff's locked out on that because they're redoing that, or I don't know if they're getting ready for 11th edition. I haven't really looked. And the guy says, I don't blame it on Telemachus and his intrigues. Telemachus has got hides in parenthesis. Telemachus has a bunker out there. He's probably the only one that we know that has a bunker. And Telemachus says, pulls the strings. That's right, sir. Somebody has to be the puppet master. Hey, Wormut, I have been sucked into solo RPG lately. Yeah, that's okay, though. I mean, game when you want. This Wolf Brother Hobby says, lies. That Mythos guy doesn't know anything. Mythos guy knows a lot more than that Greg guy on Warhammer by a long shot. So, and that's okay. I don't know how much more I can fit into my cranial space, anyways. But have fun with whatever you do there, Benny Wormwood. Just have a blast at it. That's what we try to do every day. Now, Ashley's going to try and go against the German army again and hope that she can win. So far, she's on a losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
When we game.
A bad one.
The last 3 games or 4 games?
4 or 5 games.
Yeah, it's been a couple in a row. But I don't know. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. It's just a hot air balloon, technically, so you just gotta...
I gotta worry about your 2 guys.
I'd be more worried about the AA, the ground fire, too, because you're not going to get close enough to that balloon to do anything without flying past it. And it's done that way, so otherwise you can just zip on through.
The AA ones have the same reach as what ours does, so I have to fly almost off the map to get around them.
That would have been a scary kind of job because they didn't have parachutes at that time, I don't believe. And even so, if you were in a balloon that was going down,
Well, your balloon has what? 18? 28. Well, sorry, 28 elf. That's gonna. Yeah,
but that's because the balloons had sectioned off air pockets, Wolf Brother Hobby says if Keegan is locked out, it's because the index rules were free, but his codex is on sale. When you buy the codex, it comes with a code in the back of the codex.
He has them, but they lock the app down when they do updates on whatever faction.
I think he's already got that codex, Mythos, but he thinks they're updating it
because they did that with the Space Marines and my aliens as well. Or Tyranids.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2 different games. But at least with my guys, I can go and swap them. I mean, they look similar at least.
Well, you have to wait and see. I don't know. I mean, we're just still doing 10th edition, so I'll have to talk to Keegan and be like, it's kind of hard to keep up because we don't get to play all the time. So if we play, half a dozen times and then they upgrade it, it's just kind of hard to keep up with.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've played an actual Warhammer since the end of last year. I think it was Crystal's birthday was the last time I played with my actual guys on Warhammer.
Well.
And I beat Keegan by, I think, 1 point.
Oh, okay. So Mythos is letting us know, right? That's what he's saying. When the codex comes out, the free index rules go away. Oh, so maybe there's another codex then. I'll have to let Keegan know because I don't know. Well, I don't have the Warhammer app though, Mythos, but Keegan does. He pays it a year at a time, and that's how he builds his army. That's what he's been using and stuff. So yeah, I'll just have to let him know. I don't know. I know that I do. I haven't yet had to do my Dreadnought or my Invictor Warsuit. I'm sorry, in a game yet, or the Apothecary that I got. So, I'm curious to see how the Apothecary works, just because I've never played with one. I played with the Judicator and a few of the other things.
Hey, that Judicator still looks good, and that was like my first few paints.
And of course, Gilliman kicks butt.
Yeah, no, I won't play against Gilliman. I played against him one time. Nope.
Yeah,
he does damage. I don't like him.
He does an incredible.
And your flame guys. I don't like either of them.
Furnace Marine.
Yeah.
Telemachus says.
Greedy Workshop.
Yeah, they get high priced. Telemachus, I don't argue with that. I think the Codex thing that's their way. Everybody knows it's their way of generating extra money all the time. It is annoying to me because by the time I get the rules down, because I'm not able to play it like on a monthly basis, even all the time, by the time I get everything down,
it changes.
It's time to change, and
we gotta get that other game out and try it too.
What other game?
The other Trench one that we just got.
Oh, Trench Club, yeah.
Yeah.
So it gets to be difficult to keep up with. But, like I said, I enjoy playing it. I only had a couple things I wanted to add to my Space Marines, and that was, as Mythos knows, a tank and like a Dreadnought. But it's all good because the Invictor Warsuit kind of splits the difference between the two a little bit. At least it's something that lays down some firepower, and it should work. It should work for me. The bikes actually do pretty good too. I was surprised.
Well, they can get up there.
The quad does more damage than I could give it credit for. However, it doesn't work against the Dreadnought. I found out. I've played against Clint. Still those things will destroy it. But it's it's all fun. I mean, like this, like I said, there's a World War I game sitting right there, and we do have a couple of Hex Encounter games, not much. Jeff from Hex to Hex and Todd from Wardrobe Plays World War II. Those two steered me on to that and sent me the game, which I'm very grateful for because it did open up another area of gaming that I just didn't. I mean, I knew they were there. Just they never looked interesting because there's just some chits on a map, But once you got to play and understand, then there's strategy there. So it's a whole different ball game. And Ashley kind of sort of will play it a little. The tanks on the front you played, but
I got my butt beat.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep losing.
Give me a game that actually works in my favor. Yeah, it's no problem.
Give you a game that works in your favor? I don't know, maybe
I have no problem kicking your butt up in one-page rules or Warhammer, but it comes to these other games, I'm just losing.
So you said to give you a game, but you did. One-page rules, your guys dominated my human defense force.
Well, I have so many.
And just continuously, every round, I took a beating no matter what I did, so you won that one. Your Tyranids, they're overwhelming.
Okay, so it's anything fantasy I can kick your butt in. Anything historical I cannot win whatsoever.
Well, I guess that would be true. Icewolf says, I have the same problem with 40K. I play it not enough, and then there is an update again. We play now with when the stat card's released and never updated it. Yeah, I think we're just going to stay.
We're going to keep the
10th edition rules really worked. It worked better.
They were a little bit more simpler.
Yeah, for us. But I don't want to, we started basically, we just kind of started in 8th. The 9th came out, played a few games. It was like, okay, and then 10th. And 10th was like, all right, this is a pretty good overall combination. So I think we're just going to kind of end it there. Number one, it's expensive to buy a new rule book and then a new codex for me and a codex for her.
Hey, at least this time I picked one that I found I can go and get some that look similar and just print them myself. We ain't doing no tournament, so it's just us.
Mini Warmont says, I played 7th edition. It was tabled 5 times. The freaking Grey Knights teleporting here and there. My poor orcs had no chance. That's how I was introduced to 40K. No mercy, bruh. Then I moved on. Yeah, there's no mercy in that game.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
Keegan refuses to play against me.
Yeah, I can't.
He wants to throw down a Warhammer game, but he's like, not with Ashley.
He won't no longer.
He will no longer play
if you use the Tyranids.
That's the only ones I have.
I know. So that's what he's. That's what he's saying in a nutshell. So
he will refuse to play against me.
Yeah, he
because I have such an enormous amount and it costs like nothing for him.
But
I have 70 of those one guys.
Unending the lore on him. So it was.
He didn't like playing against my Death Guard either.
This is the Death Guard were tough, man.
The Death Guard were like the number one.
But then they nerfed them a bit.
Yeah, they nerfed them bad.
So it's and Warhammer is one of those games where nobody's ever happy. To me, so what if like when the Votan came out, people went to them because that was a pretty tough class, pretty powerful, and then a lot of people complained and then they nerfed them down. Well, then all the people that have bought this class, got penalized. I think I would just look at it this way. Okay, my opponent is going to be overwhelming in this category. So how am I going to counteract that? What units do I deploy? How do I play? And I would try to work with what I knew about who was fighting me, what they were fighting me with, instead of complaining. And if you lose, you lose. I mean, life isn't always, you're not going to win all the time, every time. So if you get tabled, you get tabled. That's just part of the experience. I have lost my share of games. Except historically against Ashley, I continue to win.
I can't win with the historical ones. I've tried every single one. Even World War I planes. I didn't win on that either, and it was 1-1. He just happened to get a lucky draw on me, and it blew my plane up.
Yeah. And Wolf Brother Hobby says Death Guard are super hard to kill for many people. That's why they're the top of the meta right now. Well, see, remember though.
Sponges.
Remember back though, Mythos, they were real tough. And then people complained and they kind of nerfed it.
9th, they kind of nerfed it down.
They nerfed
and then 10th,
down.
they brought them back up.
And I was like, but the Death Guard, even though I lost to them because that was Ashley had that set and then decided to go with Tyranid, so she sold all of her Death Guard off. But it's okay. They're supposed to be tough. If you look at the background, they're supposed to be, very, very hard to. I got to be careful how I say all this, but it's hard to get rid of. Okay, so they're not supposed to be easy pickings. So it's supposed to be tough, just like the Tyranids.
Well, they're dead. They're like zombies.
It's an unending.
They're just a shell.
Unending biomass, that's coming at you. So.
Yeah, and one of my big guys that I don't have, I believe it was the dragon. No. One of the flying ones. Basically, after the battle, I did this lore of it. It goes in and basically absorbs everything. And that's how they get the strength of some of the stuff or the knowledge of how to go to the next planet.
Are you talking about?
The Tyranids.
Yeah.
They have this, collector.
Icewolf says, I am currently back to Warhammer Fantasy Old World, a really great game. Play that a lot and more my setting than sci-fi. Yeah, and so if you enjoy it, then Icewolf, then play it. We haven't done any of the Old World or any of that, only because we're just, sitting with what we got. Although Greg does want to get just a squad of Custodes, to throw them in. I know it won't stop with that. I know, but. Wolf Brother Harvey says, with the NIDS, some people struggle into horde-style armies and find the number of minis intimidating. I myself love fighting horde armies because whether I win or lose, I defeated a lot of models. Yeah, you're right about that, Mythos. Like the last game I had against Ashley, I did take out more.
He did.
She lost more models than I did, but she just won. That's just the way it goes. And
yeah, they're meant for a quote horde.
Yeah, you gotta basically bum rush with them. If you do, the other side's in trouble. Mita says,
we're all about 15 hours apart, probably.
I don't know. One day we should all just meet somewhere where it's a couple hours for all of us in one direction and just meet up. I think that'd be fun.
Because I think we're 17 from Mythos and 17 or 18 from Brian.
So I have to go out there. Although Texas, you guys, man, from what I see, lots of parts of Texas are
getting flooded,
getting lots of terrible storms over the last several years. Lots of damage. I guess I could, if I had the money, I'd head out there and do some.
Do some what? Hobby time?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how me and Mythos could go out and about. Warma says, rough day. I recorded a fistful of leg game. Galactic Heroes uploaded half the game and it was fine. I uploaded the second half and no sound. Oh man.
Wow.
Man, Brian, I'm sorry about that. That sucks. And especially when you have no issue with the first one and the second one, you're like, what happened? Yeah. So the second half's going to be all text. Well, you know what? You could see that. Mini Warman says, I did my tour of the Midwest. Yeah, but you didn't see us. You went way above us and avoided us, and we feel.
No, he didn't want to see Keegan. That's what it is. I blame Keegan.
You're going to blame Keegan. It could be that he was terrified of how Keegan would come out dressed to the car.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it did have his wife with him, right, Mini Warman? You didn't want to. I know these people. Oh, no, I don't. So, yeah. Midwest is a lot nicer. I lived in Cali. Everybody thinks that's the greatest place to live. That's garbage. I'm glad I got out of there. I was
no offense, Charles, if you listen to this.
Yeah. Charles, well, where he's at, he's down by San Diego. So you stay on one side of San Diego, you're okay. On the other side, it's dangerous, very, very, very bad. But as a whole, I'm glad I escaped that state. It's not a place I'd like to be. Telemachus says
you can add a voiceover.
You can add a voiceover, maybe warm up.
If he remembers kind of what goes on.
Well, if you already uploaded it and you're going to let it be, then it's going to put the text up, as you're talking.
If there's no sound, how's it supposed to get the text?
Does it do that? Oh my God, Mythos. Come on down, Greg.
Where's Lily when I need her?
We can do some hobby time and get some homemade honey. Homemade honey. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it off like that earlier, but it's homemade honey. Honey. So what do you got, Greg? Well, got the money for the rental car and gas and food. $15,000 for bail money.
Yeah, that's about what it would be.
Have to take out a loan or something. Ooh, maybe I could take out a loan on someone's house and just not tell them.
Keegan?
No, yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that to Crystal.
It is. It would be fun though. There's a lot of things.
Well, they were going to do that game con. We were trying to plan on that.
Well, I've been trying to figure out a way to get down there the last couple of years, and it's not that I don't want to. It's just I'm just tired of everything coming. Like everybody else, anytime things are going in a good or you get a step in the right direction, it's like you're knocked back 10 steps or 3 or whatever. But you always end up doing this, and it's like trying to chase unachievable goals.
That's how we were. We were starting to do good, and then all of a sudden, the dog kind of made us drop. Not a bad thing. We love her.
Yeah, it was just not the dog, but you got the dog, and then the car, and then you got...
Which I ended up busting my inside handle of my van.
And then poor Ashley went to open the door on the van, and it broke off inside, so...
That's going to be a fun fix. I got to look and see how much that part's going to be, too.
Telemachus says, just buy your honey from the store like a good American and eat your
DDT. It doesn't taste the same.
Yeah, our DDT, our BHT, our BHA, and all this other terrible stuff they put in our food here. I'm telling you, get yourself an app called Trash Panda. Go to the store and scan that barcode, and it will tell you exactly what kind of terrible stuff is in your food. And then it's up to your choice whether or not you want to consume that. I look at it and go, nope, I'll just find another option. Because there are other options. There's a lot of them. Just people will go, if it's going to cost me $1. Well, going to the store is going to cost you anyways. It's phenomenal just to go to the store these days to begin with. So may as well try to eat safer alternatives. Yeah. Out here, there's a local beehive where you can get local honey that's made right here in Iowa. Iowa is a farming state, but with that said, you got to watch some of the produce because they spray pesticide like it's water. And so you got to watch what farmers you buy from. Because farmers, for the most part, they're about the yield. And I'll eat the organic stuff. Like there's a lot of farmers that don't, just like our garden. If I lose a plant, I lose a plant, but I'm not spraying it with pesticides and stuff. Yeah, I don't want to eat that. So grow our own tomatoes and our own green beans and grapes. My grapes have seeds in them, you guys. That means they're not modified. I love grapes, and just whatever we decide. Sometimes we grow cilantro, and I'll try to make our own homemade salsas, spaghetti sauces. We no longer buy breads anymore from the store. We make our own because honestly, a package of bread has 30 to 50 ingredients. It should be 4 or 5.
5.
Depending on how you want to do it. Not 30 or 40. So there's just things like that we change. Mini Warmut says, recession around the corner. I'll leave it at that. Oh, yeah. Well, yep. I encourage all my fellow gamers, just take a look at what's going on. That's all you got to do. And, interesting times for sure. So you may as well, at least we all have games we can play. And they don't require electricity, right? So if you have to, worst case there, you can still tabletop game and have some fun, right? And just consider yourself camping. But yes, sir. I think that's kind of where I failed there, Telemachus. Yep. Those are in everything, sir. Everything. Even our water. I don't drink the tap water. Don't like the chlorine taste. So, at least for us, we go to the store. There's a couple places here where you can just go get, purified water, better water. It doesn't have a lot of the stuff. And then your food just comes out tasting better too. So just do the best you can with what you got. And in the long run, it's going to cost you to eat. So if it costs you a little more to eat stuff that's safe, then I do that. Phoenix Mini Warmut says would have to lift the no burn days for us if it gets that bad. Yep. So, hey, Mini Warmut, I see that people camping out your way have like those sun oven stoves. So maybe you don't necessarily need a fire. You got lots of sunlight. That would be kind of fun for camping. Although I feel bad because in Arizona, I don't see myself doing much outdoor activity during the summer because it's just way, way too hot to be, how you doing in your tent? Oh, it's 120 outside, but it's only 117 in a tent, so you'd have to have very expensive recreational type of camper vehicle. Yeah. I don't know, you guys. It's an interesting world. The car dashboard will work fine. I've seen some videos where people literally go, you don't think it's hot enough to fry an egg out here on the sidewalk? And they do. They go out and crack one on the sidewalk.
Someone baked cookies up in a car.
Yeah, so out there in Arizona, Mini Warmut, some lady put out a video where she just literally baked cookies on, I think it was on the dashboard of her car.
Took the pan out, went in from his house, made the cookies, put them on the cookie sheet, took them out to her car. The windows were all up, and she stuck them up on the dash, and came back out like 45 minutes. It took longer to cook, but they cooked, and they were cooked all the way through. And I'm like, well, nope.
Well, yeah, I mean, it gets hot.
Or where things were melting, the tires, the cars in general. Nope, I'm good.
Like I said before, I did some roofing out there, but I will never do it again. It's way too hot to be on a roof in that state. Out here, it gets hot too. I mean, we do have 110, 117, 100, and with the humidity, and it is dreadful days sometimes, but it's not all the time. Like today is a very nice day. It was
yesterday and today have been, I think today was 70.
Yeah, it's 72 right now, the computer says.
Yeah.
So it was very, very, very nice today.
I'm wondering,
nice light breeze last night was very nice, cool. But we're heading towards September, so it's going to bounce. There's going to be nice days and terrible days. But anywho,
46 tonight is the low.
What?
That's what it says.
Oh well.
About
what's that? Pardon me.
That goes into Monday.
Mini Warmut says, yeah, I opened the car door in Iowa and I took a shower with my clothes on. Yeah. It's not.
Well, he drove through and it was really nasty.
So I worked a lot, like I said before, in California, in the Barstow area, and in Victorville, Hesperia. That's desert. That's the California desert, and it gets friggin' hot out there. And I lived out that way and worked out that way. I worked for the city there for a while, for Victorville, and we did asphalt. It's already 113 degrees, and you're out there with asphalt, patching roads and stuff. So, and asphalt itself is 300 something degrees sitting in that truck. So it's like, it's a different kind of heat here, man. I'm not saying one's better than the other, but the humidity just seems to, it amplifies the moisture in air, amplifies the sunlight, it amplifies how you feel. It's even, and people will, and many women, you know this because you do landscaping, so you know when you're out on your riding lawnmower, if you're cutting grass, that engine behind you is pretty hot too, you know. So when it's 100 degrees and people are like, oh, Greg, it's 106, and all you got to do is cut grass. Yeah. Sitting on an engine with all that heat around you, it's not, you know, it's not easy. No, it's not physically hard, but it is taxing.
Yeah, it's mentally taxing.
Although I sent Minnie Worm on a video one day, holding on to my riding lawnmower, going, "Where's the steering wheel? How do I do this?" And I was just kind of stupid. But you know, I will have some fun. Ooh, I do want to get like spinners for my lawnmower wheels, and then
I will get you a special hard helmet with the flag.
Yeah, and like a bright safety vest.
Yes, I will get you that.
And I want to play ice cream music.
Oh God, no! Because the kids already run out on the street enough. Let's not add ice cream music.
I'll mow up behind the houses and stuff, and
you piss off the kids.
Ice cream music will go everywhere. Nobody will know where it's coming from.
Well, at least Tuesday when you go up to Waterloo, it's only going to be like 72, so it'll be a nice day.
That's not bad, considering that'll be an outside day all day too.
You go up Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
I think so.
So. Both those days are supposed to be like 72, 73, so you have good nights.
Yeah, but then it's going to bounce back up again, right? It always does this time of year. You can't tell me in August it's just going to stay cool.
Let's see.
It doesn't. If it does, then...
Tuesday, 73. Monday, 70. Tuesday, 73. Wednesday, 75. Thursday, 78. Friday, 73. Saturday, 74. Sunday, 76, Monday, 79, and then Tuesday of next week is 82. But still, 82 is still nice.
Yeah, I don't mind that,
So, but yeah, it stays right about high 70s, mid to high 70s all week. So that's not bad.
Well, you guys, I think we'll go ahead and what?
His last comment.
Manny Warren says, I'll put tassels at the end of my zero-turn control arms. That would work. I mean, I don't know. I just thought I'd have fun. Like, I go out there, I'm driving down the street, and I'll stop and look, and I'll just do little more.
He will.
Spins.
He does it more if he knows that the granddaughter will see him, because she will start getting that belly laugh.
Yeah.
And she's 3. Because I'll stand outside with her, and she just watches her grandpa do circles and just start laughing at him.
So, Telemachus, I don't have any wire wheels on it, my riding lawnmower, but that would be, that would be interesting. I just thought it'd be fun to put those really cheap spinners on there, like the ones you get for $20 or something, just to say, look at I blinged out my lawnmower. And but then again, I do oddball stuff, Telemachus, that people sometimes wonder. So
yeah. All right, we better get going because I got cooked dinner.
Do you know, Telemachus, the hardest part about that is
a nerd's just got on too.
You can't roll the windows down to get fresh air. Hey, nerd! Wow, we're glad to see you. We just were getting ready to end the show here. So we got to get going so we can get the evening here for us done. But I'm glad to see you. I hope everything's going okay in your end of the world and that you're doing good. But we are going to see you guys next week. Thank you for making the end of this week good and the beginning of next week good. We appreciate it. Everybody take care of yourselves and
stay cool if you're in a hot place and stay warm if you're in a cold place.
Yeah. Is that your weather report?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We will see you guys next week. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.